What made me go visit a guy and never returned? Story time, UMJOLO edition.
Life's better on Saturn. Got to break this pattern. It's loading away. Find something worth saving. It's all for the taking. I always say, I'll be.
Hey guys, welcome to the Life of an Introvert. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Shabango, and on this channel we're all about quiet mind and deep thoughts. Now let's vibe together. Guys, I do apologize for this horrible voice. I have a sore throat. Yeah, I suspect the poke that I had weekend, but today we have something different on this channel. I decided to spice up this channel with some story time. So I have a story time for you guys. When UMJOLO was inyising me, UMJOLO uke wanginyisa. UMJOLO uyanyisa, you guys. Dating a savage, okay. And I'll be doing the story time while I pick my face, while I do my makeup. So should you like this channel, should you like me, please subscribe and hit the thumbs up, you guys. So the story time is about when I was still young, when I used to ignore red flags, when I was in control of ignoring red flags. Like, I was good at that. But I think because now I have grown, I have learned that we need to just move away from any toxic relationship or situations. So that's what I've learned. And around that time, I was someone who has very low self-esteem and didn't have confidence. It was hard for me to even question umuntu ongenza wrong. But now I can't stop on you guys now, so I no longer allow anything. This happened like I was very young. I was super young, and yeah, I didn't know nothing about UMJOLO. I didn't know about dating, and I never had a sister. I'm the firstborn at home. I never had a sister who will just advise me about boys, so I had to figure everything out on my own growing up. Am I rambling too much? Let's get to it. So guys, I met this guy through someone I know. So I was in a relationship with some guy, and the relationship was very toxic. Forgive me if I look away, it's because my products are here. So this lady, she was like, I know someone who won't give you a tough time, right? Naye, he just got off a toxic relationship with whoever he was dating. I'm just gonna call this guy Petros because Kamala Petros liyamfanela. I'm gonna call him Petros. So Petros bekanyiswa UMJOLO, apparently that's what I've heard. And then you guys, I was like to the girl, no, sure, not a problem. You can give him my numbers and then we can take it from there. So guys, sikhulume on WhatsApp, like, and then we decided, you know what, let's give it a try. Guys, mind you, I was still a student, and Umjita was working. I was in tertiary, and he was working like in the middle of nowhere. I suspect it was a lodge. I suspect a lodge, you guys, because he will come home. He will come home once a month, maybe after a month or two, because he was working far. I'm guessing he was in Limpopo. I can't remember, guys. This happened a long time ago. I think it was in Limpopo. And then yeah, we chat, and you guys, like, he had this controlling habits that I ignore. Like I said, I was in control of ignoring red flags. So he had like this thing of him controlling, because I remember this one time my girls said we should go to Union Buildings. I was living in Pretoria in Centurion, And then she's like, let's go to Union Building, ladies, for her celebration. It was her birthday. She's like, let's go to a picnic there by Union Building. And then we left. I hope I'm audible, guys. Ish, your voice, yeah, young. But the show must go on. And then she's like, let's go to Union Building, like I said. And guys, I was using BlackBerry, and my BlackBerry had issues with battery. The battery life was very poor. And he knew about the Umjita, he knew. I thought I should just emphasize on this because I feel like you get to understand why I mentioned in the BlackBerry. So, and then we go to Union Building, right? And if on near me, it was a problem when it comes to battery, like I mentioned. You will put it on the charger, you bath, and then once you're done with bathing, it will be on 100%. And then when you like I was explaining in the battery. So what happened was, I tell this guy that I'm going out with my girls and I'm gonna chat with him later on the day, and then he agreed. Wavuma, uvumile, right? And then yes, if only guys beyihlupha vele ngebhetri. By the time I go to town, my battery was already on 10%. Remember, I got outside of their house when the battery was like 100%. But when I go to town, my battery was 10%. I quickly go to WhatsApp and text my ladies. I'm like, yo girls, please let me know when you have arrived, and please tell me where we are gonna meet up so that we can walk to Buildings. And then he calls in the middle of me typing that. And then like, you know what, I will call you when I get home. My phone is about to die. And then he throws his toys around. He throws tantrums like, but you are online. If your phone is about to switch off, why online? I explained to him that I just need to, like, I'm panicking because my phone is about to die. I tell him that lalela but I won't be able to chat now because the phone yabo. I'm telling it, I won't be able to speak because if only is cars and shit. Okay, you drop your phone. By the time the girls are answering that, okay, we're gonna meet at Semi-Max, and then phone yafa. Sharp. We go to the Buildings, and then we have the best time as ladies, and then since Anjani, we go back home. Now there was a time where we had to meet. And then he's like, I'm gonna send you money and then you're gonna come. And he gave me and then he told me something like his mom wouldn't want a girl to come at her house wearing trousers or jeans. And then I was like, not a problem. He also asked me if do I have a problem with the shake. Umkuku. No, I don't have any issues nomkuku at all. I don't have an issue nomkuku. And then ngimbuza ukuthi, why are you asking me that? He's like, no, I'm just asking. There's not a reason why I'm asking you that. But I'll tell you shortly why he asked that particular question. Stay tuned. Yeah, I tell him that I don't have a problem with going to the shop and get myself a I don't have an issue to go get myself a dress to wear when I come. It's like, yes, you should come because my friends are throwing me a birthday celebration. I'm like, okay, no problem. And then I remember this one time I went to Centurion Mall to get myself a dress because you meet umfana for the first time. You meet umfana for the first time. So I organized the dress, and then after organize irogo, you guys, irogo, a nice dress, a long dress, because it was August, and August was very cold. Is cold because I'm shooting this in August. Funny. And then guys, he's like to me, because I mentioned the fact that bega ne storinyana esinye so kuba controlling, and I didn't like that at all. I didn't like it. But I was ignoring because I yani you ignore ama red flags. Guys, should I wait for this to set a little bit? I think I should do that. So he tells me that he's going to send money a ShopRite, money market. I tell him that I don't wanna go to withdraw money at ShopRite. And he's like, you are going to withdraw money specifically at Marabastad. Guys, at that time, Marabastad didn't have ShopRite. Now it does have ShopRite. But then he didn't have ShopRite. He's okay. Listen and listen to me carefully. This is what I'm going to do, and this is what you're going to listen to what I have to say to you. Okay? Also keep in mind go ShopRite. I'm like, are you even sure that Marabastad has ShopRite? He's like, yes. I'm like, I use Marabastad to go home. I take a bus at Marabastad. I have never seen a ShopRite there. And then I tell him, like, you're going to listen to what I have to say now. If you're not gonna put that money in my bank account, put me now. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a taxi from Centurion to Marabastad. Should I get there and not find ShopRite, I'm gonna return home. And then he got scared. He eventually agreed that okay, it's fine. You can. Well, he agreed. Okay, isikhathi sifikile guys. Now I'm going to meet this person for the first time. There's no difference. Anyway, I'm going to meet him for the first time. I packed my bags, and that particular morning I woke up with my period. I had my period in the morning when I woke up. And then I take a taxi, you guys. He eventually put the money on my account, and I went to withdraw it on Thursday after school. And then on Friday I didn't attend the class for umfana. And then I cashed a taxi. I went to meet the guy sharp. Ngiyamita umfana for the first time after chatting for a long time. Right, sharp. Guys, I was 30 minutes away to get off a taxi. And then I tell him that, listen, Puti, ngicela ube sesitopeni. Can I find you where I'm gonna get off a taxi? Can I get you where? Can I find you waiting for me? We have home. He agreed, but he didn't do it. Now I'm getting off a taxi next to a very busy road. There are trucks, you guys. Like, it's so busy in a way that there was wind. It was August. It was very cold. Literally, I'm wearing a long dress, and it's a summer dress. I am wearing a jersey as well. But what did you guys? I stood there for a good 30 minutes. When he finally arrived, he came with a friend. Now I couldn't understand that part. He came. Why is it like that? He came with a friend. I'm like, and then I'm like, maybe or something. He came across his friend on the road. I guess maybe that's why umngani ahamba naye. My voice is so horrible, yo. And then I'm like, and then he gets to me, grab my bag, and then he steals a very stinky kiss. It stank, you guys. Yo, it smelled like this guy hasn't brushed his teeth in a longest time. And also it smelled like he had a time of his life drinking the previous night. The whole of the night he was drinking, and then in the morning he didn't brush his teeth. That's how he smelled like. I'm like, yeah. UMJOLO the dating was hambisa, nkosi yami. UMJOLO the dating was hambisa. Bengiyaphi moyo ingcwele, bengiyaphi. Okay, sharp. Ufikile. We passed by a tuck shop. Back in the days, I used to suffer a lot from migraines, and traveling made my migraines worse. So we passed by the tuck shop because I needed to get myself a some grandpa and some sweets, because grandpa is, the taste of grandpa is, yeah, yes, most guys, you guys know how bad grandpa can taste like. Is my under eyes bright? Is my under eyes bright? So yeah, guess what, guys? The friend is still there. So I thought maybe akakahlangani na endleleni. Akakahlangani nalo muntu endleleni. He didn't came across this person. He asked the friend to accompany him to go fetch me. I'm guessing at this point because yo, yabo. Sharp, guys. We get to his house. The friend is still there. Remember when I said, he asked me about if I have issues with Mukuku, if I had a problem with the sheikh. Now I get to see the reason why he asked me about the sheikh, because his room was a sheikh. At his house they had like a main house, and then and then on the side of that house there was a sheikh, and then that sheikh was his home. But what annoyed me about his room, what annoyed me is because that room was also used as a place where they store. I look funny. It looked like a place where they store their tools. Guys, there was a wheelbarrow in there. There was shovel, haraf. There was everything that you can need when you build a house, when you clean the yard. And his mom's washing machine was also in there. Technically, that room is also his room when he's home. And then they store amatulus as well in the same room. And what made me annoyed was the fact that Umchita guys didn't even do the cleaning. So we ladies, we clean out our space and we bath, we look nice for Umchita, I guess. But bona, the particular one, Petros didn't have that thing, the mentality of, yo, my woman is coming and then I need to prepare. Enough about that. And then another shocking thing about him is that Umchita, you guys, Umchita guys, his friends came over. So now I'm inside the shack. His friends are coming over. They were in the same place as I was. I feel like this makeup is making me, it's disturbing me. I wish I did the story time without doing my makeup. Look at the time now. Anyway, now abangani bakhe, they are here. I'm like, kwenzakalani. Yiralang. Ngiyazibuza ke mina ngiyi-one ngithi, and then why abangani bakhe bala, kwenzakalani? Why is he inviting his friends over? Okay, they are there. I was welcomed by his little brother. I was given supper as well. I ate pap and beef stew. This guy has invited his friends over. Like, I didn't understand the whole thing. Why are your friends here? Why is your friends here? What do your friends want? Hey, guys, some people are so weird. Like, I'm disturbed by how I look.
Why do I look so yellow? It's disturbing me. I'm a caramel baby. I'm not a yellow pony.
But now I'm appeared as a yellow pony now. It's disturbing me. So anyway, his friends are there, and please mind you, at his friend's house they had a ceremony. Guys, I think Zulu. I think Zulu at his friend's house, and by the time we were just chilling there, they kept on asking, his friends kept on asking me, how Vali, are you all right? All right, Vali. They kept on doing that. They kept on saying that. They kept on asking me if, am I okay? And then I kept on replying, yes, I'm good. And then eventually we figure Izulu, the grandkids, where they came. at his friend's house. And then there was hooters, like, in an African ceremony, or when you celebrate umcimbi, when a certain people arrives using their car, they will hoot and they will just drive up and down, up and down, and that's what was happening. And then some of his friends left, not all of them. Some of his friends left, but not all of them. Sorry guys, I was looking for my contour. They arrived initially. Eventually they arrived. What was I saying? Oh, some of his friends left, and then few of his friends stayed behind. I couldn't understand why are these not going, why are these ones not going. And then, but I got to understand why they didn't go. And then eventually he's like, I'm gonna be back, let me accompany some of my friends. Some of his friends are the one who didn't go the first time around when they had some hooters. Now it's Amabeli. When they had Amabeli, they didn't go. Ooh, that looks nice. They didn't. Okay, now he tells me that, you know what, let me accompany my friends, I'm gonna be back. I'm like, oh sure. Like now I'm happy that these people were making me uncomfortable. Like, they need to leave. They need to leave. Guys, Umjita left. Umjita left. Guys, I just need to fix this lighting. I am disturbed. Do I look better? I think I look better. And then he told me that he's going to accompany his friends and then he's gonna leave. He's gonna come back. I meant to say. He left and he returned in the morning.
He left Wabuya in the morning.
I slept alone the entire night in a shack. I slept alone in a shack that doesn't lock, in an unfamiliar place. And before he came back, right, his mom came inside the shack. Actually, he knocked on the shack. Petros. I nearly called his real name. Petros. There was no answer, and there was no way I was gonna answer her. Petros. Oh, Petros Ageko, you guys. Petros is having the time of his life wherever he went, wherever he was. Umfazi pushed the door and he got inside to take her washing machine because it was Saturday o'clock in the morning. Umfazi needed to do her laundry. That is her house, so she can walk in any other door or house or room. So Umfazi athatha machine, and then she realized that I was by myself. I'm guessing she called her younger sister to tell him that Petros left a girlfriend yake inside of his shack and he was not there. Because guys, when he came back, he tried to sleep. He came back and tried to sleep, but his mom saw that he was back. And then he came to call him, and then he eventually woke up and went to his mom. I don't know what they were talking about. I wasn't even listening to the conversation because at that point I was annoyed and I wanted to leave. Sharp, guys. And then I was angry and he tried to talk to me. I'm hearing things. Just a second. Yeah. He begged me not to leave because his friends are throwing him a birthday celebration, and he lied about that. One thing about that guy, guys, he was people's pleaser. Bekangumreki. Abangani bakhe bamphuza strong kancane. His friends love the fact that whenever he's home, they're gonna drink. He's going to buy them booze. Let me just do the eyebrows and then we know to leave. He said, no, my cousin is coming. You're not going to be bored. Please don't leave. He begged me. Eventually, because of having ignore my red flags, because I believed in giving people thousands and thousands of chances. I was that person. So, okay, abangani bayafika. He takes out utshwala that he bought. Yeah, Machita, this is what I bought. I hope you guys are gonna enjoy. And then this is what I bought for the ladies. I'm like, Auntie, didn't you say your friends are throwing you something? Why are you the one buying the alcohol now? I remember the reason why I said his mom, I suspected that he called her younger sister, because the younger sister eventually asked for my numbers, and then she called me and she was like, listen, please make sure that you have money to go back to your place, because Petros loves to drink so much. Uyadakwa uPetros. When I'm a female, I wouldn't want another female to go through what these men are doing. Ne? Petros is my nephew, but I wouldn't allow him to treat you like that. If you want to leave, please go. Or make sure you have money. If you want to stay around, please make sure. If you want to stick around, please make sure that you have money. Guys, as I stayed after, he stood me up the whole night. First time meeting him. I'm not proud of this. I'm not proud about this. Like, if it's a mahloni. But I was young and naive. But now I have grown. I know better. Sharp, guys. So I was disturbed by a phone call and I lose track of thoughts so much because, okay, well, I know better now that I have grown up. Guys, we had a party. It was nice. Mind you, guys, Saturday morning, I only had cornflakes in the morning. I had cornflakes in the morning, and then the only time I ate for the second time, it was in the afternoon when we had a braai, that birthday celebration fake. That's when I ate. Anyway, because I decided to stick around, I had to do what a girl had to do, okay? So, okay, we had a party, and then now it was in the evening. Guy is glorified friends and booze over E. He didn't even ask for it, he didn't even talk about it. All he wanted to do is just to go out and have fun and drink with his friends. He didn't even care that he's meeting me for the first time. That wasn't a problem. And guys, the party eventually diyaphela ne. My blending brush is dirty. And then eventually iparty iphele yomkokoto. Iparty yaphela. And then iparty mayiphela, we had to accompany some of his friends. It was ladies. They came from another place, another section of their kasi, or of their place. And then we accompanied them. They went back to their place, and then after accompanying them, we accompanied them to hike. It was not like, it wasn't a neighboring station, but not far from where his house is at. We have accompanied them, and then now we are going back home to his house. It's Saturday late. So guys, now it's me and him. I'm like, eventually, at least I'm gonna be spending time, even if we're not gonna do anything. So we get inside of his shack, his room, and I can see that he wants to go. They're the same. They're not the same. They're cousins, not even sisters. And then he's like, oh, I forgot to close the gate. I'm like, oh, you go and close the gate. Do you? He left for the second time. He left me alone in his shack for the second time. Yeah. My under eyes are creasing. They are creasing. I need to fix that. He left me to go close the gate. He told me that he's going to close the gate, and he left, and he never came back. I was like sitting there laughing to myself that I was a Dululu again. He left me by myself again. That I was so mad. I was so mad. This guy is taking me for a ride. This guy is taking me for a boost. This guy is taking me for a boost. What do you mean you left again? What do you mean you left again? Why are you leaving me for the second time while you promise you're not going to do it again? Mind you, this person I'm meeting for the first time. Like, why is he behaving like this? I don't understand. I felt less important, and another thing that made me super mad was the fact that this guy is not considering my safety. He's not considering my feelings. Like, who leaves their girlfriend they're meeting for the first time in a shack that doesn't even lock? At the night, on Friday night, he left me alone. What if one of his friends eventually came back and raped me? Like, as in, I was so mad at myself for allowing this guy to play me like that. And guys, he didn't, this time around, he didn't come back in the morning. He came back, I think it was around 12 or 1. I can't remember, it happened a long time ago. He came around Iskatile, so and when he came back, when I questioned him, he was like, but why are you mad? Because I didn't come back in the morning. That's what he said to me. Why are you mad? Because I didn't come back in the morning. Why are you mad about? I was like, you know what? Let me not even argue with this person anymore. Let me not argue with this person anymore. I just shut my mouth. And in the morning, I think it was around 5, I set the alarm at 5. I woke him up. I was like, listen, you are going to plug a kettle of water for me. I'm gonna bath. I'm gonna leave now. He's like, but you cannot leave now because it's still dark outside. I was like, I didn't care. I told him that I didn't care, and he needed to pour me some water to bath so that I can go. Hey, izinto abafana basenza zona, oh nkosi yami, yazi wangigila umfana, wangigila yezwa. And then he wagoloza, like, okay, I'm gonna leave without bathing then. There's nothing wrong with that. He eventually poured some water for me. I guess, guys, I go to Geza. I hit the road. I left. Oh my goodness, I'm creasing so bad. Look at that. I was like, I'm leaving. Eventually, guys, he didn't have a choice because uziphethe kakubi. I don't know if I want shimmer or orange. Let me use this one. And then eventually I left, guys. He said, oh, kiss. I'm like, kiss into wena masimba. I didn't say that. I was like, I told him like, no, I don't want to kiss you. And then he told me, okay, can we have a picture together? I was like, no, picture, yeah, it wasn't his tombe winner. Wasn't the picture winner. Because now you realize what we didn't even take any pictures. You wanted to go show abangani bakho that you were with me. No, hell no. Your friends from your workplace, I guess. I refused you guys, and then I left. took a taxi. By the time I took a taxi, it was around 6. I took a taxi and I went back to Pretoria. Yo, umgosi ngawugoqela ama-roomies wami. They didn't believe this. They didn't believe me. Yo, hayi ukuhamba kubona guys. Bengicala nje ukubona umfana onganandaba nemomos. Like it was my first time having to meet someone who doesn't have a problem leaving their girlfriend. The entire night, first time meeting them. I have never seen someone who didn't care about momos but booze and friends. It was my first time coming across such a person. So guys, ukuhamba kubona umjolo the dating. UMJOLO the dating. But I was young, you guys. I was young. Please don't judge me. I was young. Someone would be like, why did you stay? Why did you stick around? Someone will want to know, why did you stick around? After Akili, the guys makes us money. I thought, and I was a firm believer of giving people like second chances. And bengizitshela ukuthi ngizombuilda and abe indlela mina bengimfuna ngayo. And futhi bengikubob the builder. Bengikubob the builder, guys. Ngizitshela ukuthi I can do this. I can yabo. Going to Bob the Builder doesn't work. Akasebenzi Bob the Builder. Anyway, that is what made me to go and visit umfana and never returned. So yeah, guys, he called indlela yonke, and that was the end of us. Like there was not even a way of us negotiating what he did, because he did something twice in one weekend. So I mean, I was like, no, phela kanjalo indaba yami noRapeleng. Oh no, that's not good. This is a final look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please subscribe and comment down below. I have quite a lot of UMJOLO stories that I love to share with you guys. And yeah, I've enjoyed telling you the stories so much. And let me apologize again for this horrible voice. Let me apologize again for this horrible voice. Yeah, we have come to the end of this video. Please subscribe and like and comment down below, you guys. I love you so much, and I'm gonna see you on the next video.